Hey guys, this is Robert Daly with Daily Woodworks, and today I wanted to give you a few tips over the Festool Rotex. I was at the Texas Woodworking Festival a couple weekends ago, actually last weekend, but it depends on whenever I publish this video and when you watch it on how long ago it actually was. And I got to do a little bit of a demo with the Festool Rotex with my buddy at Texas Toolcraft. Just kind of showing a few people some tips and tricks on how to get the most out of the Rotex so you're not fighting it. A lot of people you'll hear say on our Facebook groups, etc., that the Rotex is very hard to control, and it is different to control than other sanders because it's that gear driven there. So right now it's in Rotex mode and you can hear that gear. When you turn it off of that, you can see that it doesn't make that grinding or that gear noise anymore. And that gear is what drives the Rotex head, which makes it such a powerful tool for doing tabletops and stuff. So whenever you set down the Rotex, you're gonna see that it wants to lean back. You see I can even put my fingertip under here right now. And you just have to realize that this sander is naturally out of balance, and to get good sanding without swirl marks, without it jumping on you, you need to keep it balanced. I do that a few ways. Basically is whichever hand I use it with both hands, and typically you need to use it with both hands, is I kind of lift up on the back a little bit until it's sitting flush, and then I take this hand and I'll put it kind of closer to the front right here so you can see how I'm holding it level and I'm pushing down just a little bit. When I lift up from the back, just a little bit, it's just I'm holding it here, not pushing down, not pushing this way, and not right or left, but just holding it where it's flat. I am able to guide this thing really smooth and keep it nice and level. Now you don't ever want to push down on the Rotex. You don't want to like lean over on it, put all your weight on it, because that's going to grind into the wood and leave pretty nasty swirl marks. Let me kind of demonstrate real quick and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I've got it on Rotex mode. I'm using some 120, and I always do pencil lines when we do tabletops. That way we know where we sanded and where we still need to sand. So that was very exaggerated on not holding the Rotex level, and now I've got scratches that I've got to go through and get out of my top. But that's going to leave some pretty nasty swirl marks because I had the sander out of balance. Now I'm going to hold it balanced, and then I'll be able to show you how really whenever you get the balance of this right, it's very smooth, easy to control, and really you can do it with one hand. What I typically like to do, especially when I'm doing sanding for a long time, is I'll take the hose and either wrap it around this way or that, just whatever's comfortable. There's no like magic formula to this, but just get the hose kind of like this, and that helps support the weight. And now I'm going to keep it level and turn it on. See, now that I'm this is the grip I ended up with. I've got my hand wrapped around here. That's kind of pushing away from me with my left hand right now. And on my right hand, I'm kind of pulling to me. And that's keeping it nice and level. And I'm able to control it nice and smooth. You did see how I kind of was able to do that, but it kind of did start walking on me. So this is a two-handed sander. But whenever you hold it like this, and you can see it's kind of wrapped around here to keep that hose supported, I'm not fighting the sander. This isn't hard to hold on to. It's very comfortable, and the nice thing is with the mass of this sander, it doesn't vibrate very much. I can do this entire tabletop from 40 grit up to 180 grit, and my hands don't tingle. When you switch it to random orbit mode, which is the small circles right here, it's pretty much the same thing. see right there in random orbit mode, it's a lot smoother. It's not trying to pull away from you because it doesn't have that gear driven activated to force it through the wood. And you can see, like, just from having the hose right here real close to my body, I was able to control this with one hand and move it around because this is just supporting just a little bit of the weight to keep it balanced. It makes it very easy to control. So if you're getting swirl marks with your Rotex, make sure you're holding it nice and level on your work surface and you're letting the weight of the tool hold itself down. You're not bearing down on it and you're not leaning right or left. And try wrapping the hose around, and that will probably help a little bit. So thanks for watching. Hope you learned something here. If you are looking for a Festool Rotex, I would recommend the 150. They make a 90, 125, and 150. The 90 is great if you're like a cabinet maker installer. I have a friend who has that because you can put the little delta triangle head on it and get into tight spaces. But if you're more of a maker in a shop, get yourself the 150 with the big 6-inch disc, and then you can use it for flattening your tabletops, the big heavy stuff, and then keep your 5-inch sander for kind of the all-purpose type sander. And hope this helps. Check out TexasToolcraft.com. That's where I buy all my Festool stuff. Great people over there that will help find the right tools for you, as long as it's Festool, of course. Have a great day.